Hello, peeps. It's 4 a.m. and I've been awake for like an hour. I don't even know how to write rest in peace for someone like Junior Pope. But here is the thing. Anybody who knew me before working for Solid FM or on the radio knew me as an actor. So I have delved into three personality profile: the film, TV, the radio, and the social media. I don't know what prompted this kind of death because it's totally avoidable. No safety measure, not taking things seriously. I don't want to go into the details of how it happened and what people are saying. But whoever that is an Igbo person, I don't like it when people take things very unseriously, especially things that should be taken very seriously. I don't like it when people play around with life, especially when it's avoidable. Anybody who is an Igbo person knows that no matter the amount of water, ọsọkwa ya bụrụ nke dị n'ọba na enwere ihe ọ na-eli. No matter the amount of water, even if it's in a calabash, it has something that appeases it. If you are indeed an Igbo person, the Yorubas also know this. I don't know how you're going to be on a high sea. It's not because na anyị nwere ships na-abata through the Niger. If it's well dredged, that's a high sea. And you're having this feeling and nursing this feeling that something is about to happen. You know, God created us very well. Before anything happens, sometimes it drops. It's only our instinct that is either saying, nothing there, nothing there. Then you move on. But if you listen to your inner mind, it drops. There is usually that soft voice that will tell you, this is not working well. Don't do this. Sometimes it comes once, other times it drops twice. Looking from the video that he dropped before what happened, you would realize that he had already nursed that feeling, even soliciting with the captain to take it easy. As the water storm goes up and down, anọ n'ime ụgbọ eme vidio, ịma mmiri ọ na-asọ, ịma ihe ọ na-asọ, ịma ihe dị ebe afọ. For goodness sake. There are some people that you will snap. If you go home, you will not see that picture. Do you know that? Okwelego water. There are some people that you will take a picture with. When you get home, the picture will either not be okay or it will be blurry. That's how weird it is. There are people who will tell you, I don't take pictures. enwere picture ọ ga-abịa ise sef o butere gị nsogbu. TC virus new okay hi oh gosh I'll give you a story because I don't just put my mouth in stuffs like this. The producer of that movie, Ojukwalese, did she ask questions? We have directors in Nollywood who are specifically specialized. It's not that they are not diversified, but they are specialty in that kind of movie. Ihe ọbụla a na-eme na any deity or na any water. If she had contacted someone like Ernest Obi, I'm sorry I need to call his name. Enwekwala ike ife ya eme epe mpe except God has written it's going to happen. These are people who are oracle themselves. Amalo as specifically specialties in that field. Mmali ha na-enye any deity or mmiri ọbụla, they go and ask questions before they begin. If you've worked with him 1, 2, or 3 times. Ofobi African Center. Morning, honey. Do you sleep well? Okay, today is a week. Ofobi African Center. There is a small water in that particular center, that cultural center. We were doing a movie, The Lions. And me, I didn't see it as anything. Before we began, he already went in, called on me because of the role I wanted to play for him. Sinijele, Jekene Cholum 50 naira. I got it and I gave it to him. He made his incantation, we excused him. He sowed his seed in that water, and possibly any other thing that he could lay his hands on. After which we began. We did that movie and I was paid. And I went home. Dubai. That day, from thence, after that particular movie, I suffered for Africa. This is not fairy tale. This is factual and very truthful because Onyendo. Okwa no onyekwelu de mmiri ihe o. I didn't know how jealous the water was. Whilst in another water, I was making incantation and calling other waters. And this water became really jealous and dealt with me decisively. If you know what I mean, you will understand what I mean. It dealt with me decisively. Every cent that I got on that movie, Eben Debelia Bona Eba Father Mbaka na-emebu adoration. That's Christ the King Church. Nadia this Blessed Sacrament. Ebe ahụ ka m ji wele ego ahụ niile nnatalụ na that movie je drop onya because I wasn't getting myself at all. I seeked for help, I must tell you. I called on him. I went solo to seek for help. Me, I knew what was wrong. Because if you're strong, you're strong. I took that water for granted. And trust me, in 1 week, my best friend, my name is Christian Ejiofor died in his sleep. I don't know if it's affiliated to whatever it is with that particular movie, but that was the most devastating part of my life. That was when I knew. Na mmiri ọbụna nwere ife ọ na-eri. Every water has its own rules and bylaws and regulations. You can't even ịchụ aja. There are some priests that cannot even chụọ aja mmiri for you. And if you realize, that's why even if you mecha ife mmiri, you will go to another place, they will still tell you that you're going to repeat ife mmiri again. Because not every dibia is entitled to do ife mmiri for you or give the water goddess anything for you. You have to get the right dibia who is going to do that, and the right water where he's going to go and do it. Your source. Everybody has a source. Onye meli onwu Junior Pope ji wee fia marụ too much. For goodness sake. Ọ dịkwa na avoidable. Ọ na mmadụ anaghị afụ echi, but ọ dị avoidable. Eme ma ihe ọzọ, ime go do the needful by wearing the jacket first. Ka wee na-akọzi. I feel pained in my spirit. Adekwuzi, the way and modalities we do things, getting somebody out of the waters and then lying the person there to do videos and post live broadcasts, and then doing the wrong thing at the very right time, taking the person from here to there before finally taking him to a hospital and the hospital confirming the person alive or dead. I think we need to change the way we do things. Or the very important. Or the I thank God for the people's life who were saved. Very careless death. Reckless death. Very painful, Val. Very, very painful. I haven't been able to sleep right. Very painful kind of death. Kedu ihe mama Junior Pope ga na-akọ? Before you now, can you please check your surrounding and understand your role in people's lives? I think if you do that, you will not go to places where your life will be at stake. Very seriously. Not a life jacket. Not to talk of backup plans. If you had then at the boat, by the way, for goodness sakes. Did you see how bunched they were there? I'm not saying that he couldn't carry them, but I'm saying how would they make enjoyment where they should be concentrating and going ebehaneje. Onye nke na anya ugbo na-achọ iti ihu ya na video ka ọ pụta ọfụma because na anya na ndu celebrities no. Haba. Ụfọdụ ka na-efukwe o, aka afụchabekwa ha ncha o. We need to really, really apply caution. Then people who think that they can do anything, please, you can do anything in the comfort of your home, but not anything in anything you do not know how it works. Jube ese. Ibia bende mmade juo ha ese. How their town works, how their deities works, where not to go and where to go, what not to eat and what to eat, what not to see and what to see, what not to drink and what to drink. Enwere bylaws of every communities. Don't play ma ọ bụrụ very dark man. Ọ bụrụ ihe eji egwu egwu. I just hope this is an eye opener. Enwere onye do mmụọ ọnwụ kama Junior Pope idoho mmụọ ọnwụ. Idokwanụ mmụọ ọnwụ nna. Ya bụ nwa adịghọ mmụọ ọnwụ with his beautiful wife and 3 kids. For goodness sake, ebee ka ha ga-ebido? And how funny. He was saying all this even on the water. Na yokwa the pilot biko nya were nwayọ. Ị ga-afụ fear na arụ ya even whilst they were moving. Onwe feeling na ihe ga-eme. Asị na ha ji aka ha rent jacket. For goodness sake. Why? Maka gịnị? Because people should take note. No matter the water size, don't play. Ụfọdụ na-achọ sọsọ ose ọjị. Ụfọdụ na-achọ sọsọ akwa. Ụfọdụ na-achọ sọsọ nzu. Ụfọdụ na-achọ sọsọ edo. Ụfọdụ nwere ike chọọ Fanta. Ụfọdụ nwere ike chọọ ọjị. Ụfọdụ na-achọ akwa na ọjị. It all depends on the water goddess that is there, the deity, the water goddess that exists there. Ask questions. Ask questions. Enwe ndị bụ agbata obi ndị bi n'akụkụ ebe ikpere mmiri. Jụọ ha. Kee time eji aba na mmiri a? Kee time eji aba na mmiri a? Kemgbe eji echu mmiri a? Kemgbe ejiri echu mmiri a? Kemgbe ụgbọ ejiri aga mmiri a? Ask questions for God's sake. Let's stop taking things for granted. Ejim Chineke nna ya anyị. Let's stop. I don't want to go further than this. But please, ihe ọbụla gbasara mmiri, don't joke around with it. I'm going to give you another instance again. This one is in my hometown in North Fija. Aghalụ m ọnụ mmadụ. From my neck to my leg was filled with ringworm. Ọnụ mmadụ a na-akpụ arụ m ka agwọ. And apparently, a na-achọ iyi ya my mother. And then it got to me because my mother bụ nwa ngwu. Ụmụ nkịrịnka nsị adịghị emetụ ya arụ. Then it gets to me. In my short life, I've experienced ihe aghara agha na ihe azụrụ azụ enormous times. Not once, not twice. Abịa ejide ahụ nwa agbọghọbịa na-akpụ ya with razor. Na nrọ ka nọ, and they said to me, move to North Fija, go straight to Ogbanzu and go and take a shower. Woke up, ihe adugo na ahụ m for 1 year plus, if not 8 months to 1 year. My mom was in the village. I came to the village. I left. I went to the village. I got to the village. I took just the sponge, tied my wrapper, and off I go to Mmiri Ogbanzu. I got to the water and did exactly from Nkenagba Okute that they said I should put my head. I put my head there and took a shower. And then I came out. In 1 week, not one was existing anymore. It was me that discovered that Ogbanwezugo is a great water that can cure ailment in my town because it cured me. I never ever took that water for granted. So these are things that happens, you will not believe it except you are told. Ọ bụrụ na Ogbanzu agwọrọ m ọya ahụ, enweghị ihe wuchi m unu amabogbo na ise. It's the most terrifying local medicine that is extremely painful ma ete gị ya na ihe mere gị, ị ga-agba ajasko. Otu ahụ ka a na-akpụ arụ m na-eti ya. Like pain, my body went numb. Etekatara m gbogbo na ise, ọ dadịzi m ka anything until I took a shower in Ogbanzu. You must understand what water is. Stop playing around with it. There are some things that will happen in your town. Between your town and another town, and that's where the sacrifice will be performed. And it has to be done like that before Okwumume. Don't play around with water. If you've ever been to Uguta, you will go and meet that conference. You will see two waters, but they never mesh. You will go. I went on a picnic. You will see two waters like this, but they never ever mesh. Please, guys, these deaths were avoidable. The carelessness, the too much, the hatred in Nollywood, the exasperating. Ajobi. Nkirinka Ajobi. Happy ya na ebuari ukwu n'ala. Most of them boy nwaanyị ndị dibịa na nwaanyị ndị sheri mama. It's a terrible place filled with bunch of hatred. But we are the highest huggers and the highest smilers on earth. But we are the most terrifying people in the film. Ihe ha na-eme onwe ha na-adị egwu. Ọbụrụdụ ma nke Asaba, nke ha bụ n'ogo area. Enweghị style ha eji ha side ha. I'm not saying any other place is fair or better, but that ends. Enwere mbosi nkwurie Jerry Amilo semo what kind of nonsense talk is this? Nsi asa, ọ bụrụ a nonsense talk mana jiri aka gị kpọọ onwe gị meeting gbakọba mmadụ n'one na-anwụ na Asaba in a year. Ọkwa bụ onye ndụ. He may even see this video. Gbakọba mmadụ n'one na-anwụ na Asaba in a year. Ọsọ unu na-eme film. Ọsọ unu. These deaths. Enwere onye ọya abụọ nwụọ ọkara mma. Kama na ihe dị mma ime dị mma ime. And whatever it's worth doing is worth doing well. Kita Anua, they've banned the owner of the movie, the producer, the lady. They've banned her. Undu niile nọ ebe afọ nwere nke bụ ụmụazị. Nwere nke bụ ụmụazị. Ihe aka na-eche bụ life jacket a na-asị na a na-erent ozuru ha ncha maka ha ka nkụ. Ozuru ha. Get the modalities of getting it. As onye a na-ejelu ime film, ọkwa kwesịrị rent a lot of it. Ka ewekwe na-akụ for safety. The girl now enwego ajọ afa. Achọghị mazi atụ ajụọ. Ịmara that girl Junior Pope nwụrụ na film ya. Do you understand? Ịmara producer ahụ gburu ndị mmadụ na film anyị mgbe ha na River Niger. Ọ bụrụ ya ajọ ihe. I think people need to begin to analyze 20 years from now. Because most of the things we do that boomerang will because of lack of analysis and proper futuristic forecast of ihe the thing ga result in another 20 years. Once we begin to do those kind of analysis, anyị emebe ọfụma. Anyị emebe ọfụma. Ogologo okwu adịrọ n'ụka ọtụtụ. May Junior Pope's body rest in peace. Ya na ndị ọzọ niile nwụrụ nọ. Apụ ma ọmarịcha makeup artist. Props and sets. Oh gosh. Ọkwa ụmụ mmadụ. Ọkwa na ụmụ mmadụ. Unu eme echekwe na ọzọ Junior Pope ka amụ amụ. ibie wee daa n'elu. Ọkwa ụmụ mmadụ ka a na-ekwu okwu ha, ma ndị aka afọrọ ozu ha. Ụfọdụ nwere ike bụrụ just one child. In the Bible, let's be conscious of the things around us. Beacon. My name is Oziome Ejiofor. Have a lovely morning.